This is a brief tour of Canvas and a very brief introduction to the class for those of you who missed the orientation sessions last week. The first thing that you're going to want to do after taking a look at this video is to make sure that you have come here to week 1 reading and viewing. I got there by clicking on the modules page. Come here to week 1 reading and viewing and make sure that you take a look at this video, the introduction to the course. This offers a more broad and generalized introduction to the course and the course themes, which I'm not going to talk about here. As you'll see in that video, this course is a hybrid course, and it's different from other hybrid courses at the college in the fact that the whole class does not meet once a week. Instead, you'll be signing up for lab sessions throughout the semester, usually about one a week, and you'll be meeting with either myself, another writing instructor named Lisa Bickmore, or potentially with writing tutors in the Student Writing Center. I want to show you how to navigate through the course and begin doing the assignments that are required for the course. So one of the first links that is going to be important to you is, of course, the course syllabus. You'll come here and please read it closely if you haven't done so already. You can also take a look at the entire week-by-week course schedule here by clicking here, and you'll see a grid format of all the work that you will have to do over the various different weeks. However, my suggestion is that the easier and more direct way to navigate through the work that you have to do will be to come here to the modules section, and you'll see that we've divided the course up into various different modules, which are similar to units. This was the module that we started with, the beginnings, and we've already moved on to module 2. But if you haven't taken a close look at this module, make sure you take a look at the overview page, followed by the reading and viewing page that I just showed you. And then you can check out this page, which tells you when we had our first meeting last week. And then here are a couple of assignments that if you haven't done already, you want to make sure and get turned in as soon as possible. Modules are not limited to a single week. As you can see for Module 2, it covers weeks 2 and 3, and as we move down and look at profiles, we see we cover week 4 and also week 5. So modules are units, and the important thing to remember is that sometimes these units overlap. So the first major assignment in this class is the Flash Memoir, and so you'll complete a draft version by this Sunday, August 31st. And you'll have feedback on that. You'll give some feedback to peers on theirs and receive some feedback both from me and your peers. And then the revision won't be due until September 14th, but notice that we will have moved on to material in the third module, Profiles, by September 10th. So just be aware that these modules overlap. So these modules offer you a sequential view of all the assignments and the readings that you'll have to be doing in the class. But the probably first place of contact for you to keep on track with what you have to do in a given week will be the home page. This home page will be updated every single week to include information like exactly what you see here, pointing you to the assignments that are going to be due on various different days. As you'll notice, all of these due dates are either on a Wednesday or a Sunday, and that's true for all the assignments in this class. In order to simplify the work that you'll be doing in this class, we have made absolutely everything due on Wednesdays and Sundays. Mostly it's daily work like discussions, notebook entries, and peer responses, and small assignments that are due on Wednesdays. And then it's work like rough drafts and revised drafts of major writing assignments that are due on Sundays. In addition to those assignments that I just mentioned, we also have quizzes in the course. So I want to quickly walk you through the kinds of assignments we have in the course and then explain a few things about some of those assignments. So like I said, we have major writing assignments in this course, of course, the Flash Memoir being the first one, and the draft of that being due this coming Sunday. We also have a number of online discussions like this one, which was our first one. Hopefully many of you have already done this discussion. It was due on Wednesday, yesterday. To respond to a discussion, you'll read through the prompt, watch any material that you have to, and then click right here to reply. And this provides you with a text box in which you can reply. And then the thing to remember is that with all discussions, I'd like you to comment or respond to at least what 2 of your classmates have posted. And so to do that, you would scroll down to the bottom of one person's post and click reply there. And that would allow you to reply to what that person has said. Coming back to the modules page, I want to point you to a couple of other types of assignments. The next is quizzes. We have quizzes in this course to encourage you to do the reading and the viewing. So if you click here on the reading and viewing for weeks 2 and 3, you'll see there's a variety of different chapters and some links taking you to pages with things that you need to read for the course. And there's also a variety of videos for you to watch. These videos, made by my colleague Lisa Bickmore, are only about 5 minutes long each, but they offer you really crucial information that you might receive in, say, a lecture type format if this were a face-to-face class. This is material that you're really going to be able to profit from watching and listening and paying close attention to when you get around to the project of working on your major papers in this class. Following every reading and viewing section for a given week in modules will be the quiz. So you can just click next to navigate there, and you'll see that there is a quiz available. It assumes that I've already started this quiz, but typically you'll see a button here that says Take Quiz, and you'll take that quiz in Canvas itself. There's no time limit. For this first quiz, I'm allowing unlimited attempts, and it will save your highest score, but for subsequent quizzes, you'll just have one attempt on the quiz. Finally, coming back to modules, there's one more type of assignment that I want to explain to you, and that is the notebook assignments. Notebooks are a type of journal writing activity that we're asking everyone in the class to do once a week. So you'll have one notebook assignment a week. You'll come here to the assignment and you'll see a link right here, and within the link you'll see a number of possible prompts that you can choose from. You'll click on the link and it will take you to our notebook page, and since the prompts that we were just looking at began with number 5, you'll come down here to the prompts that begin with number 5. Navigate back to that page real quick to remind yourself what the prompts are: 5E, F, G, I, and B. Come over here, read through the ones listed, and decide which one you would like to do, and do about 1 to 2 paragraphs of writing with that particular prompt. Now, the only other thing to remember about these notebooks is that we're asking you to post these in a very specific place, and that is on the English 2010 page of your ePortfolio. Hopefully you already have an ePortfolio set up. However, if you don't, there's a video that you can watch which will direct you to resources that you might need to get that set up, and also explain what ePortfolios are all about, and that's in the week 1 reading and viewing. If you do have your ePortfolio set up, then you're going to want to make sure that you've done this ePortfolio Setup English 2010 page assignment, which makes sure that your ePortfolio is in good working condition, and also that you've created an English 2010 page as well, because that's where we're going to be putting some content from this course. So back to the notebooks, you're going to be taking those notebook entries that you write and posting them one by one on your ePortfolio 2010 page. And so over the course of the semester, you'll do about 14 of those, one per week, and you'll continually post them in a list form on that English 2010 page of your ePortfolio. The last thing that you would do after writing those 1 to 2 paragraphs responding to one of these prompts is to come here to Submit Assignment, and you'll see that for the first couple of assignments I have the possibility of a text entry, but the preferred way to submit it is just the website URL, and I'd be looking for the address to that ePortfolio 2010 page that you created so I can easily click there and see that you have submitted that assignment. All right. Coming back to the home page right now to see if there's anything else that I might need to tell you about. Remember that modules is your main method for navigating through the course, and if you haven't gotten it already, it's important that you get the course textbook, of course. So if you click here on the syllabus, you'll see that here is a description of the textbook that's available at the campus bookstore, or you can follow this link to the publisher's website where you can order the ebook version of the textbook for considerably cheaper. I believe the ebook only costs $23. You can also rent the textbook from the publisher for even less. But at this point, it's important that you get the textbook as soon as possible and start diving into the readings for both week 2 and week 3. And once again, those readings are located at the top of that given module page, readings for week 2 and 3. And that you begin reading the chapters required so that you can take the quiz when it's due by next Wednesday next week. So I hope this video has provided you with enough of an introduction to start navigating through Canvas and hopefully get you started with any assignments that you may not have begun with now. and I look forward to meeting all of you as soon as possible. The last thing that I forgot to tell you is that, of course, like I said, this course is set up with weekly individualized or small group lab appointments instead of meeting with me at the time that you registered for. So what I need to do is show you how to sign up for those appointments, and that's the last thing I'll show you. You'll come up here to Calendar in Canvas and click there. And if this is one of the first times you're clicking over there, you'll probably see the month view. You want to click here on the scheduler, and that scheduler is going to show you a number of different lab sessions that you can sign up for. Right now we're working on lab session 1, and as you can see it extends from 8:25, which was this past Wednesday, all the way until next Wednesday, and you have to complete the lab by next Wednesday to get credit. So you're going to want to click here on the lab session, and it's going to open up a calendar down here, and you're going to see a number of slots. You'll pick a slot that works for you. If Wednesday of this week, which is already passed, didn't work for you, or no such slots here on Friday worked for you, or there were all of them were full, you can click forward here and see that for lab session 1, there are a number of sessions also available on Wednesday as well. Hopefully you can make it to a Friday session or a Wednesday session. If you can't, please do let me know. You'll click here on a particular session, and you can click here to reserve that particular session like this. And now as a test student, it appears that I have reserved that session, and you should be able to see that you're signed up for a given session. And that means I'll be expecting you at that time for that given week. When you come back to this list, you'll see that you have lab session 2, 3, 4, and 5 available. And then the last thing to remember is that starting with lab session 3, you have the option of also meeting with one of my colleagues, Lisa, who has a schedule of lab sessions available at slightly different times. So if some of my times weren't working for you, you could sign up for a session with her. And then also read closely the text under these particular lab sessions, because you also have the opportunity to make an appointment at the Student Writing Center, and we're asking everyone to make at least one appointment this semester, if not 2 or 3, at the Student Writing Center to get feedback from a tutor there. That requires making an account with the Student Writing Center, but that's relatively easy for you to do. So I know this is a lot to cover, and the video has already gone on longer than I wanted it to go on. So I'm going to stop it here and now and ask you guys to please send me a short message in Canvas, those of you who did not attend a first orientation session, letting me know that you watched this video and posing any questions if you have them for me about the course. If at that time we can have a conversation through messages about any doubts or issues that you still might have. And besides that, I'll just look forward to seeing you during your first lab session that you'll sign up for, and certainly quite a few times after that in your subsequent lab sessions. Look forward to meeting you, and have a great day.